Hi Sam. I hope you're doing well today.
Hi Alex. I'm excited for our lesson. What word are we learning today?
Today, we're diving into the word
Werk.
Werk.
What does that mean?
It means work in English. It can refer to a piece of work, a factory, or the act of working. The most common meaning is the noun for a piece of creation, like a painting or a composition. But be careful it's not a false friend since
Werk.
doesn't mean to work as a verb.
That's interesting. How do we use it in sentences?
Great question.
Werk.
Is a neuter noun, so we use the article.
Das.
The plural form is.
Werke.
For example, you can say,
Das Werk ist beeindruckend.
which means the work is impressive.
Got it. What about its verb forms?
Well,
Werk.
itself is a noun, but if we think of the verb,
Arbeiten.
which means to work, I can show you how it conjugates. In the present tense, we say,
Ich arbeite. Du arbeitest.
and.
Arbeitet.
In the past tense, you can say,
Ich arbeitete.
and in perfect, it's.
Ich habe gearbeitet.
You also might say,
Arbeitet mehr.
which means work more.
That's quite a bit to remember. Where does the word
Werk.
come from?
Werk.
Has its roots in Old High German, where it was spelled as.
Werk.
It originally referred to the idea of something that is created or constructed. Over time, it evolved into what we know today. Isn't that fascinating?
Yes, it is. I love learning about the history of words.
Now let's break down.
Werk.
It consists of the root,
Werk.
which refers to work or creation. There aren't any prefixes or suffixes here since it's a standalone word, but we can think of it as a piece of art or a construction.
So it's like Lego blocks.
Exactly. But in this case, there's just one block.
Werk.
If it were a compound word, we would analyze the parts more closely.
What are some similar words to
Werk.
There are many. For example, with the same root, we have,
Kunstwerk.
which means work of art, and,
Bauwerk.
meaning building. With similar prefixes, we have,
Feuerwerk.
which is firework, and,
Meisterwerk.
meaning masterpiece.
Those are cool. What about any with the same suffix?
Sure. We have,
Handwerk,
which means handicraft, and,
Schriftwerk,
meaning written work. And for compounds, we could look at,
Zweckwerk,
which is less common but means purposeful work.
That's a lot of vocabulary. Can you give me some situations where I might use?
Werk.
Of course. If you're at a museum, you might say,
Das Werk ist schön.
when talking about your job, you could say,
Ich habe ein neues Werk abgeschlossen.
which means I completed a new work. And if you're discussing a project, you might say,
Welches Werk gefällt dir am besten?
meaning which work do you like best?
Okay, let me try.
Das Werk ist schön.
Perfect. Now, what about a sentence about your job?
Ich habe ein Werk gemacht.
Almost. You would say,
Ich habe ein neues Werk abgeschlossen.
for I completed a new work.
I see. How can I remember that?
Werk.
Is neuter.
A helpful hint is that many nouns ending in
Werk,
are neuter. You can visualize a factory or a piece of art, as they often have a structured, solid appearance.
What are some common phrases using?
Werk.
Good question. You might hear,
ein Werk schaffen.
meaning to create a work, or
Das Werk des Lebens.
for the work of a lifetime. Be careful not to confuse it with,
Arbeit,
which means work in a more general sense.
Got it.
Let's practice some example sentences. How about I give you a sentence, and you can translate it?
Sure.
Das Meisterwerk wurde ausgezeichnet.
That means the masterpiece was awarded.
Exactly. Now, try this one.
Ich habe an meinem Kunstwerk gearbeitet.
That's I worked on my artwork.
Well done. Now, here's another.
Welches Werk ist dein Favorit?
Which work is your favorite?
Perfect.
Can you quiz me on what we've learned?
Absolutely. First question, what is the plural form of?
Werk,
It's
Werke.
Correct. Next, what does
Kunstwerk,
mean?
that's work of art.
Right again. How do you say I have created a new work in German?
Ich habe ein neues Werk geschaffen.
Great job. Now, what gender is?
Werk,
It's neuter.
Yes. Lastly, what's the past tense of?
arbeiten.
Ich arbeitete.
Exactly. You did great, Sam.
Thanks, Alex. This was really helpful. What should I take away from today?
The key takeaway is that
Werk,
means work and can refer to both the physical creation and the act of working. Remember its neuter gender and how to use it in different contexts. Keep practicing, and you'll master it in no time.
I will. Thanks for the encouragement, Alex.